And welcome. With every record and every milestone, Sachin Tendulkar is putting an end to all the debates over who's the world's greatest. And he joins us on NDTV. Thanks very much indeed,
Pleasure.
Sachin, for joining us, and congratulations for
Thank you very much. Thanks.
joining Club 12,000 or starting Club 12,000. And just as you like playing against the Australians, they love you as well. They have this thing for you.
Yeah, the last tour of Australia was a terrific one for me because the kind of reception that I got was fantastic, and all the people, they are quite knowledgeable about the game, and they appreciate good competitive cricket.
Yes.
And that's what we were able to produce there as a team.
And they've seen you playing since your debut, so maybe they've got a special relationship. I
Yes,
don't know.
I mean my first tour to Australia was way back in 1991.
Yeah.
And now in 2007, 2008 was a special one.
You know, Sachin, because you have that extraordinary relationship with the Australian public and with the players, there was a bit of surprise when Gilchrist made those remarks. I think when anyone questions your integrity, in particular, it came as a shock, not just to us here in India, but all over the world. Were you equally surprised when it happened?
I was obviously more than surprised. I didn't know how to react to that because it's something in my wildest dreams also I cannot think of, because I love this sport. I grew up dreaming about playing for India. And then somebody who doesn't know me well enough
Makes all these allegations.
these are, I think I consider them loose statements, and I just don't
You didn't
pay
want
enough
to.
attention.
But of course, subsequently he called up and he apologized and all of that. Was that chapter closed for you?
I think I'm kind of person who would want to leave things behind and just move forward.
Right.
We will go and we'll shake hands. I mean, we will not shy away from challenges. And any sportsman, sometimes you go through a terrific patch where everything works out well, and sometimes nothing works out.
Yes,
But you still have to maintain that composure
that's right.
and accept everything in stride.
So it was extremely unfortunate
all
then
the
to.
teammates would do that. I have full confidence in our teammates.
Yes,
And,
so even after that very, very acrimonious Sydney test, the Indian team did go out and shake everyone's hands.
Yes, we
So it was very unfortunate of him to make those allegations.
Well, I mean, that's his opinion, but as far as I'm concerned, the chapter is closed, and I would want to move forward and play cricket and enjoy cricket.
Sachin, I know you don't want to dwell on the controversial aspect of it, but did you feel that with whatever happened in Sydney, the sort of atmosphere that was created, do you think that both teams have moved on, that the bad blood is over now?
I think both the sides have moved on. We shook hands before the Perth Test match,
Right.
and we both understand that whatever was said and done was left behind. It's a closed chapter.
Right.
And we move on with cricket, because eventually people come to watch good competitive cricket. They don't come to watch hoping that some other incidents would happen. They want to watch good competitive cricket, and that is what the players want to do. All those kind of things. I think it should be left up to an individual. Having said this, that we've played long enough to know exactly
Yes.
when to move away from the game. The individuals will
Take that decision
take
as
that
and when it's
decision
appropriate.
when we feel is the right time.
You feel that? You feel that especially with the greats, they should be allowed to choose their time and place of when they want to hang up their boots?
Absolutely. I think there is not a single player in the team who believes that when his time, if he's not enjoying the game, he would still stick around. I don't think there is a single individual like that in the team.
Were you a bit surprised when you heard of Saurav's decision?
I was a little bit surprised.
I mean, to say that you're going to be...
Yeah, but if he feels that is the way to go, then we all should respect.
Yes, and
We
give
all
him the
should
space to
respect
do
him.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sachin, I always wanted to ask you this, that when Dravid stepped down from captaincy a year ago and you were asked to take over, you chose not to, because you've had a stint as captain as well. Did you enjoy that, or did you feel that the pressure was weighing on your game?
I don't think so. It was probably the media who projected it wrongly. And if you go back and see my record as a captain, I was averaging 51, and it was a big failure. It was projected as if I'm not scoring runs.
Right.
In 20 something games I had scored some 700-800s.
Right.
and I was averaging 51. So I mean, if 51 is bad average in Test cricket, then we need to re-look at ourselves.
No, that's a terrific average. So you're saying that it was kind of misunderstood that
just
that
felt
captaincy
that.
was cramping your game.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
wasn't.
I don't think so. It was projected that, yeah, I'm failing miserably. Whereas when you actually look at the stats, I just saw, I mean, I'm not a person who would, look at the statistics and point fingers at this guy and that guy. I don't, but the other day they were, showing everything, as a player, as a captain. And that's when I saw and I said, oh, it wasn't that bad. 51 is not that bad.
So you enjoyed it also. I mean, it wasn't like you
But
found
there
it
were
like
various challenges, different ideas. But I mean, obviously, sometimes my ideas were different, and people who made decisions, their ideas were different, and if they don't meet together, it doesn't become a serious force, and that's
Right.
what I felt. The thoughts were in various directions.
we're pulling in different directions.
Absolutely.
I remember you gave an interview where you gave an instance of, I think you were playing against Sharjah and Pakistan, and you sent Robin Singh at number 4, and he got out first ball, and then you faced flack for it. And the next time you played him, he did great. So
Yeah, we were playing. I think we were playing West Indies, and there was I think there was a leg spinner who was bowling in the rough.
okay, it
to
was
right-handers.
West Indies, not Pakistan.
And to change the length, the line and length, I sent a left-hander who could, and Robin is actually quite good at playing that big slog sweep. And I thought, Robin is a balanced guy, and obviously with a lot of experience, and he's a composed guy. So I felt that he was the right person to go in at that time. But I mean, in cricket, is a game of uncertainties. You don't know what's coming next. Robin, unfortunately, got out in that game. But exactly a week later, I think it was Azhar who was captaining that series in Bangladesh. And we were playing against Pakistan, and he promoted Robin Singh. And Robin scored brilliant 85-90 runs and
Right.
won us that game.
So you can never
it's-
say-
It's about chances. As long as the ideas are correct, that's fine. I mean, there are going to be failures. I mean, it doesn't mean that take a certain decision and 100 out of 100 times you're going to be successful. No, it's not possible. Sometimes there are going to be failures, but it doesn't matter as long as the decision and the effort is right.
That's the crown of thorns that a captain has to wear.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's a package deal, as I said earlier. There are ups and downs.
Yeah.
And, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Dhoni as captain, remarkable.
Very good. That I could pick that, this guy's situational awareness is very good.
Right.
And
You'd have little chats to
standing in
discuss
slips,
strategy.
We would chat on various things. And I think he's terrific.
He's been great. Sajal, let me ask you, you said after you reached 12,000, you said that you'd like to turn stones into milestones. What are the stones you meant?
No, I mean, I think I feel, not only me, but a lot of guys feel that there is not enough respect shown to the
To the
players
seniors.
who've had major contribution, and that is extremely important.
That's a very serious thing you're saying. You feel that the senior players
I think,
are not given
there-
enough respect.
I think there should be some respect shown, and it doesn't happen in any other country. I feel it's extremely important that you show respect. I'm not saying that you cannot criticize them, but you got to figure out in which direction you want to go in.
Right.
And then if it's a constructive criticism, that's
Yes.
fine. But
All this kind
I
of
think it's-
speculation about so and so should retire or so and so should quit. That's really
I think that
uncalled
is
for.
important. I think that is important, where you give respect to not
senior
only
players.
to senior players, but generally to all the players. Now, it's not only about seniors. The team has senior players, the guys who've been around for 9-10 years, and the guys who've just started playing. So there are 3 different batches.
No, that's true. But I think
So
it's
everyone
particularly
deserves equal respect.
But I think it's particularly true of the few of you who, as I said, have proven themselves time and again. And to have this constant speculation, when is Anil Kumble retiring? When is Saurav retiring? When is Sachin retiring? You're saying that after a while becomes upsetting, and it becomes...
I think it's an opinion. Everyone will have their own ideas. But that's fine, but you still got to, with those ideas, I think you still got to show some respect for somebody who's been around playing for India.
Yes.
And then trying his best. Asked me about my commitment. I've been around even before Greg Chappell came. I was there for 16 years.
Yes.
I was not around for 16 months.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't
It's
have,
absurd
if
to-
my commitment was not there, I wouldn't have survived for 16 years. That's all I said.
And you came out and said that very clearly.
Yeah, I mean, this is not giving disrespect to anyone, but it's just also I'm allowed to opine myself.
That's true, which is very rare. But Sachin, at that time, did you feel that it was more the injuries than anything else which was slowing you down? Or do you feel that you've now crossed the bridge with the injuries?
I think if somebody is going to play 400 plus one days and 150 plus test matches, there are going to be injuries. And every day you go out there and give your best themselves, but each body is different. And then there are some bodies which maybe get
Not
injured more.
Much more. Tell me, every time there's a slight patch where you're having a rough time, like in the Sri Lanka series, for instance, and again the usual critics start and all of that. What do you make of that? What happened in Sri Lanka, for instance? Did you feel
No,
it
I
was
think,
just a run of bad form? Or?
It's just one of those things where I felt I was batting well. The dream is to bring the cup back home.
Yes.
And we dream of all those things. That is the ultimate achievement, and that's the best thing you can bring back for the countrymen, and we wanted to do that.
And there
When
to
that
be in the
doesn't
middle
happen,
of it.
it's a big disappointment.
Was that, would you say, Sachin, the worst period of your career? Was that the worst moment when you felt the most depressed?
Yeah, I was extremely disappointed.
That was.
It was very, very difficult to deal with.
And those long walks back, I think you've also said were probably the hardest.
Yeah, I mean, you always go out to do well. You always want to score 100, win a match and come back. When that doesn't happen, particularly when the whole nation was watching you, and at that time, in a World Cup, we were not able to produce that performance expected from us.
It was tough.
It's a big disappointment.
Anyway, I'm sure you can bury the ghost in the next World Cup. I know you're dying to go out and prove some scores. Thanks very much indeed for doing this.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thanks very much indeed.
Pleasure to be here.